Hello guys, TavHD here and welcome back to another video, and today we will be saying goodbye to my triple monitor setup and we will be installing my new LG 27UL500 4K 27-inch monitor. Now what I think we're going to do is take this monitor and probably replace all three of these Samsung monitors. These are 24 inches each and 1080p, so I think what we are going to do is get rid of all of these three and just put the one 27-inch one on to start with and see if that's okay, and if not then I might add two of these back on, but I'm not too sure what we're going to do yet. I'll just have to see as we go along, but all I know for now is that I'm going to take all three of these off and just put this one on, so I think that that is the first thing we are going to do. Now if I do put any more back on, it'll probably be the outside two. They are newer than the middle one. The middle one I've had about 6 years now, and I'm planning on making a dedicated video on that at some point. So yeah, I'm going to use the outside two if I use any at all. But that probably won't be a permanent thing because I would like to get another one of these. I'd like to have two of these on my desk at some point. They're only about £270, so not that expensive considering they're 4K really, so at some point I would like to have two of those on my desk, but for now I think one and maybe a couple more 1080p ones should be fine. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I'm kind of going to miss this setup with the three monitors. It's something I've always wanted to do, and now I finally got it. I'm going to be getting rid of it, so that kind of feels a bit weird, but I think it's for the best. So yeah, it's just something that I think I'm going to have to do. But it'll be quite a pain because there is quite a lot of cables under there. Quite a lot, and there's more down the sides as well, and I think I'm going to have to take everything off the desk to do this, including the computer. So I'll have to unplug everything from that as well. So yeah, instead of just talking, I should probably just get on with this now. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take the computer off the desk, and that should give me a little bit of room and probably get rid of just a few cables. Okay, so I've just removed the computer and there's quite a lot of dirt under it. The lighting in here isn't very good, so sorry about that. It's kind of what happens when you've got dark walls, but it could have been worse. I could have done all the walls like that, but instead I did those white, so yeah, it should be fine. But it's quite dirty and my computer leaves some horrible marks on the desk, but thankfully they do just wipe off. And I just took this as an opportunity to repaint parts of my wall. You can probably see it there. They decided that they didn't want to be the colour of the rest of the wall, so bits were still a little bit white, so I've just fixed that up. Now I don't know if I need to move any of these cables here. These are all ones that aren't really anything to do with the rest of this, apart from one of the plugs which I believe is for this monitor. So as long as I unplug that one, the other one should be able to stay there because I'm planning on keeping my hard drive dock and that extension lead there anyway, so it'll probably be easier just to keep it there and then move the rest. So I think now I'm just going to take off the desk all the things that were connected to the computer, so the mouse, the keyboard and the speakers. Okay, so there's a little bit of a change of plan. All the cables that I wanted to pull out are all kind of stuck underneath there, so I think what I'm going to have to do is take these IKEA Signums off and then just try and pick the cables out like that. But I think first I'm just going to take the monitors off the top, because then when I pull on the cables it shouldn't pull any out of the back of the monitors if they're already out. I've already kind of moved that one. But these monitors were stuck together with an LED strip, and I'm not sure if this LED strip will still have any sticky on it to go on the back of the new monitor. It's actually quite long, so I'm not sure if it will fit anyway. But these are all things I'm going to have to experiment with once we get the new monitor on the desk. So I think I'm just going to now take the monitors off. I think that's probably the easiest thing to do. However, these mounts the monitors are on, they're very nice and quite cheap. I think £30. I've got two of them. It means I've got to pull the desk out to get them off because they are quite deep and there's not that much room between the desk and the wall. I'm going to have to try and pull the desk out as well, which will Not be very easy, but yeah, it's just got to be done. Okay, so one of the monitors is gone now, and I've got rid of some of the cabling, some cables there, then more up there. And any concerns I had about the stickiness of this LED strip have now gone, because it's literally just pulled the back of this monitor off. I've managed to clip it back in, but it kind of just pulled the back off. It wasn't very well on anyway, but yeah, I didn't expect it to do that. Goodbye monitors. All three monitors have now gone. There's some cable mess on the floor, but I can't really sort any of that out until I've plugged in everything that needs to be plugged back in. So for now, this is what the desk looks like. I did have to pull it out a bit to get those monitor arms off, but that wasn't too much hassle. It was a lot easier than I thought it was actually. One annoying thing is they leave these horrible black marks. Now, they do rub off and scratch off. It takes quite a lot of effort though, so I'll have to do that probably before I put anything back on. But there's a lot of dirt on here anyway, so the next thing I'm going to do is just give the desk a bit of a clean, and then we can get the new monitor, put it on the desk and see what it looks like. And there we go, I've got a pretty clean desk now, and that was honestly a lot more disgusting than I thought it would be. I clean this desk quite often and I had no idea there was that much muck still on it. So I've got off as much as I can, but there is a few bits of damage like that just there. I've got no idea how that happened, but it's been like that a while. I've had this desk 3 years now and I think it's probably time for a new one. I'm not going to get one right now because this one does still work. So yeah, at some point I would like to get a new one, but this one should be fine now. It is starting to bow a bit in the middle, even though I do have the fifth leg. But that's just something that happens with these desks when you put quite a lot of weight on them, I guess, because they are hollow inside, and I guess you get what you pay for. This was probably about £30 with the leg, so yeah, I'm not complaining. 3 years of quite heavy use for only £30. That's not too bad going really. So now I've cleaned that, I think I'm just going to find the middle and then plonk the monitor on. And there we go, the monitor is now on the desk. I've made sure it's in the middle of the usable part. Now this desk is 2 meters, but I'm not classing the part above the cupboard as being part of the usable space. So I've got 180 centimeters usable. So I've put the monitor directly in the middle, so the middle of the stand is at 90 centimeters. So it is in the middle. I've just measured and I think I can fit another of these just here, and it should just about fit. So at some point I'll probably get another one to go there, but for now I think I am just going to go with the single monitor and not add any of the 1080p ones, because that just messes with Windows scaling. It gets quite upset if you've got different monitors with different resolutions, so everything will look really small on this one. Then I drag a window from this one to a 1080p and everything will look massive. So I think it's probably best if I just do the one 4K display for now, and then later on get a second one just to go there. So what I'm going to do now is bring the PC back up, plug everything back in, and then I'll come back. Okay, so it's been a couple of days since that last clip. I believe it's been 2 actually, and I have now got everything set up on the desk how I want it for now. So I've just finished editing the part of the video you've already seen. That's gone very nicely on this 4K monitor, a lot more room than on the 1080p ones, but I did miss having a secondary monitor, so I think I definitely am going to get another one of these just to go here. Right now I've got my MacBook Pro sat there, just so that's easier to reach and use whenever I want to, and I quite like having more space on the desk, because before there was no extra room to put my laptop there because the 3 monitors took up all of the room, so I had to put it over there. So it is nice to have it over here, and there is just quite a lot more room, and it makes this desk feel a lot bigger than it is, and it makes the room feel bigger as well, just because we've got rid of 2 monitors. But I am liking this very much. As you can see, my LED strip, the one that pulled the back off one of my other monitors, that is now mounted on the back of this one. It's giving a nice glow along with the one on the back of the desk. Now the strip on the back if you remember, was across all 3 monitors before. So I've just bent it and managed to get it to fit on here. It looks decent, but when I get another of these monitors it can evenly go across the both. But for now, I think this looks pretty nice, and I think I've done quite a decent job with cable management considering that I rushed this. I finished it quite quickly after I finished recording the last part of the video. I've just been quite busy and couldn't record this next bit, so this was quite a quick job, and I think it's ended up pretty decent, and I'm probably going to have to rip it all apart again anyway when I add the second monitor. But for now, I think that this has gone very nicely indeed. I'm glad that I got this 4K monitor. It's a lot better than the 1080p one, so I think that this was a good buy. I just can't wait to get the second one so I can have multi-monitors again. But yeah, for now, I think that is pretty much it. I got rid of the 3 monitors, and I'm now using the 4K one. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it was interesting in some way, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.